Hello and welcome to Candidates on the Clock, sponsored by the Newton County Chamber of Commerce. I'm your host, Lanier Sims. Today we're joined by Tim Fleming, that's running for Georgia State House, District 114. Mr. Fleming, could you take a couple minutes and tell the citizens more about yourself?
Yes, well, first, Lanier, I want to personally thank you for taking the time out of your busy schedule to do this. Thank the Chamber of Commerce for hosting this. I think it's important for the citizens to hear from the candidates running for local office. I'm Tim Fleming, running for House District 114 in the Republican primary, which encompasses, District 114 encompasses eastern Newton County, all of Morgan County, and portions of Jasper County. I'm a husband, a father, a small business owner. I've lived in District 114 my entire life. I've have a record of fighting for this community. I served on the Newton County Board of Commissioners from 2009 to 2012, which some of it I served with you, probably during one of the most toughest times to serve on local government during the downturn. And I'm proud to say during that time I worked hard for the citizens, never voted for a tax increase, worked hard to find ways to provide services to the citizens during those tough times of economic hardships. And then went on, I served as Deputy Secretary of State in the Secretary of State's office and as Chief of Staff to the Governor and his administration. And I'm very proud of my record at county level as a county commissioner, and I'm proud of my record during my time as I served in state government. And that's why I'm running for District 114 in the Republican primary to go back to Atlanta to fight for the citizens of the 114th House District. I do not need on-the-job training. I can go to work day one, hitting the ground, working hard for the citizens of the 114th and getting results. So that's a little bit about me, and look forward to the forum we have going forward.
All right, thank you. As you know, we had citizens to submit some questions, so we're just going to jump right in. First question is, what's your view, or are you willing to support legislation to offer nonpartisan local elections?
So, that's been a big issue in the state of Georgia throughout the past several years with local communities. I believe there are probably some offices that should be nonpartisan, but I also believe in local control. I think that's an issue that local counties have to decide, and dealing and talking with their citizens and figuring out what they want to do with it, and let the locals decide what they want for their community moving forward.
Okay, thank you. Next question, what's your view, or would you support legislation to remove politics from the redistricting process by using either automation or appointed boards to remove that partisan interest from that process?
Right, well, I think the process right now is the people's process. It is every 10 years redistricting at the state level happens with the state legislature, from the 180 members in the Georgia House and the 56 members in the Georgia Senate, who all come from various backgrounds, and they come together to represent the community. They use data, they use numbers as Georgia grows and as populations shift. And I think the process that we have in Georgia is a process that works, and it's a process that we, the people, elect our representatives to go to Atlanta to do, and that's their job to do. Okay,
thank you. What is your view on the expansion of Medicare and Medicaid?
So I'm opposed to the expansion of Medicaid. A national one-size-fits-all coverage and plan does not work. What works for people and the citizens in Sacramento, California, isn't necessarily going to work for the people of Covington and Madison, Georgia. I think there's ways at the state level we can work on that to expand provider care, to make sure premiums stay lower, and do that at the state level instead of a national one-size-fits-all, because we have seen that doesn't work.
Okay, thank you. Let's talk a little bit about economic development. As Rivian is slated to make Social Circle its new headquarters, what do you think needs to be done to prepare your constituents for the Rivian arrival?
Right, so I'm pro-business, I'm pro-economic development, and I have that record of when I was on the county commission. But I also believe that we got to look at the process. The process needs to be open and transparent, so that citizens know what's coming. Citizens have their voices heard and have a buy-in to what's coming to their community, and not just with this project, but with future projects too. And the process has to be, we have to have citizen involvement during the process, before the process, and as the process and project continues and moves forward. Okay,
thank you. What is your view on eliminating state income taxes?
So I'm supportive of eliminating the state income tax, but I think we have to be cognizant on how we do it. We have to find where that stream of revenue will come from once we take that away. A prime example is the state of Florida. You know, they do not have a state income tax, but they have a huge tourism industry that makes up for those dollars lost with the state income tax. It is something I'm willing to look at. I know the state has looked at it for several years. It's just a way of managing the taxpayers' dollars wisely and frugally and finding out where those funds come from. We're very fortunate in Georgia that over the past decade, we have seen an increase in tourism dollars. We have seen an increase of dollars coming in from the movie industry. And I think that's just coming together with the industries and different stakeholders to figure out how we come up with that potential lost revenue if we do cut the state income tax, which I am in favor of supporting and looking at.
Okay, thank you. As you know, historically, none of our local delegation lives in Newton County.
Right.
And I know you do live in Newton County, but what can you do to make more attempts for appearances, planning for upcoming legislative sessions, and general presence in the county?
Right. So I believe we're one community. District 114 is Eastern Newton County, Morgan County, and parts of Jasper County. And the issues and the concerns in Eastern Newton County are very similar to the ones in Morgan County and the portions of Jasper County that I represent. So I think it will, it's one community. I would, if elected, will represent the entire district. I have a track record of doing that on the Board of Commissioners. I was elected from District 5, but I represented the entire community, every citizen in the county. And if elected to the State House, I will do the same to be very open, transparent with the district, community appearances, and ways for people to contact me. I will be a very visible state representative representing the entire district.
Okay, thank you. What do you feel are the challenges facing your district that must be addressed in the next 4 years?
Right. So I think the biggest challenge for District 114 in our community is growth and progress. I think we have to come together as a community and sit down and plan for what our community and our district's going to look like, not today, but 10, 15, 20 years down the road. Progress is coming down the I-20 corridor. Growth is coming, but we have to have quality planned growth and what that looks like. And the way we start to shape that is now through citizen input, citizen involvement, the local governments coming together, working with each other to decide what we want to look like down the road and have a roadmap, if you will.
Okay, thank you. Next question is, what makes you more or the most qualified to hold this State House position?
Well, I think my experience, and the fact that I have actually lived in this district my whole life. I know the concerns of this district. I know the people of this district. I'm vested here. I'm raising my family here. I'm running my businesses here. And I have a track record of representing this community on the Board of Commissioners, but also have a track record of fighting for this community and the state of Georgia during my time that I served in state government, which I'm proud of my record with both. So I think that's what distinguishes me, is that I have that record, and on day one I can hit the ground running to get results for District 114 and to fight for the citizens of 114.
Okay, thank you. And thank you for answering all the top questions that were submitted by our citizens.
Great.
At this time, can you close us out with any further information you'd like the voters to know about yourself or your campaign and how they can get in touch with you? Right.
Well, thank you, Lanier. I want to thank the Newton County Chamber of Commerce for hosting this event. It's always great for the citizens to hear from the candidates that are running for office. I'm Tim Fleming, running as a Republican for House District 114. Personally asked for your vote in the Republican primary on May 24th in the Republican primary. I'm a father, a husband, a businessman. I've lived in 114th my entire life. If you want more information about myself or the campaign, please visit votetimfleming.com. You can also find my cell number on the website as too. Please feel free to call me anytime with any questions. And thank you very much.
Thank you. Good.
Wasn't
too bad?
No, that wasn't bad at all. Those are some softballs. I know. I hated that are we finished filming?
Yes.
I hated that my opponent canceled last moment.
I know. I know. We've had a few of those, and we even had, I think, a few of them don't want me to interview them. So I don't.
Didn't he show up?
Yeah. So that's interesting. I'm like, I'm not elected, so I'm not intimidating.
No. Well, some people don't want to get in front of the camera. But like I said, Lanier, I'm proud of what I've done.
Oh, yeah.
I'm proud of my record.
Yeah.
You have a record and you don't run from it.
Yeah. exactly.
And you know.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. But yeah, we got your email. We'll,
Did you get a chance to introduce him?
no, we did not.
Yeah, I mentioned him, but yeah.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
He's a student, senior, Newton County, Newton.
Oh,
Actually,
Newton County.
Newton
New high school.
It was neat, Kenny, when we were all there.
Oh, yeah, great. When was that? When was that?
It was my sophomore year.
Oh, great.
I took a trip to the Capitol.
Yeah, what year was that?
Okay.
2019.
Yeah, I was probably right on the other side of that.
You were close by.
I was very close by, I'm sure, so.
I tell you, I said, at least you had the right clothes on, that Georgia shirt.
That's right, that's right.
I'm sure Brian loved that.
It's amazing, of course, you know, Georgia fans in this area. It's crazy, so everything going door to door. I mean, I would say 75% of the houses, there's a Georgia University flag or national championship flag.
yeah.
Well, that's the first thing you can hit off with.
Oh, yeah. Between that, the Braves, and Matthew Stafford winning the World Series,
Yeah.
I mean, we got it all wrapped up.
We've had some good
I
sports.
mean, I said World Series, Super Bowl.
Super Bowl. I know you got that.
I'm looking at you, I'm thinking baseball.
I know, because I'm a baseball fan.
Well, thank y'all very much.
Good deal.
Appreciate it. Thank you. It's nice meeting you. Good luck with everything. Thank you.
Thank you.
It's nice meeting you too. Good luck for those twins.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thanks, Amir.
All right, take care, Richard.
Yeah, right.